muted because the microphone thing wasn't plugged all the way in on my computer. Great. So yeah, welcome back to the stream. I'm sorry if this was all muted before. Yeah, so this is my second route on stream. I've done the other routes off stream except for this one. Okay, thank you. You'd think I'd be double checking this because I've had issues with not being plugged in properly before. This time around I'm going pure friendship, no sex, no romance. You can do one or the other or both if you like. What else? Oh, last time I did The Art of the Steal with Hate 4000. And we're sitting at the veterinarian's office waiting for Gib to be given a clean bill of health. And I was just saying that if you did the first caper with Dr. Mayhem, even if you don't do the rest with him, he recommends a veterinarian. And it's a reference to Aang, who helped write Arcade Spirits and Arcade Spirits The New Challengers. So, yeah. But yeah, Gib is 10 years old. That's getting on in cat years. Even with his cybernetic enhancements and genetic alterations, he's getting old. And we've had cats, my family has had cats who've lived much longer than that. But for the most part, 10 years is getting on for cats. Our cats that we have right now are 7 years old. One's 7, one is almost 7. And honestly, my cat, he's the one we adopted on Halloween of that year. He's not showing any signs of slowing down. The other cat, he's always been a little twitchy. I found him when he was a kitten. No, wait, he found me when he was a kitten. That particular story is a bit heavy, I'll warn. Like, no shame in avoiding any triggers you have for threats of self-harm. Up to you. So I did play through this bit first time through, so this time we're gonna skip it. But yeah, it's an option. You can hear it every time, or you can skip it if you like. And you can also skip capers you've done before, or do them again if you want to try to get a better crimer rating. Yeah, I ended up in that institute because they thought you were a delusion of mine. They didn't know about the continuum serum. Gibson, who could see you, found me on the rooftop and convinced me to embrace my life again. We don't have to go into the details. After that, I started paying more attention to you. I learned to accept you, and all three of us built a life. We've never really succeeded at being international supervillains, but we've done okay for ourselves, right? It's been a good life. I matured into an adult with the help of Gibson and your mysterious guidance from beyond space and time. But things change. Gibson's getting older, his implants are having more and more problems. He's going to be fine, but I hope he stays fine. I want the three of us to keep going like this as long as we can. And Gibson comes dashing into the doctor's waiting room, jumping up into my lap. Immediately I start petting him as he purrs happily. No more headache. I'm good to go, Penny. I'm glad to see it, friend. I'll probably need a few tune-ups, but for now the visor's working. Hopefully we can find a fresh replacement parts later. Maybe we can find some fireworks stocked during a caper. What's our next move? You sure you're up for more work so soon? You just spent all the earnings from our last caper on my vet bills. It's the least I can do. And yes, I'm up for it. Gibbs hops into my backpack and I pull out my phone to check the Crimer app. Maybe I've had a contract request come in while I was waiting? Okay, so we did Hate 4000. And saving the Overmistress for last because we've already done a caper for her. We've done her route on stream. So let's go with Dr. Mayhem. So candy for my baby, we already did that. Shopping spree, we already did that. So 5-finger discount, line goes up, lock and key, monumental proportions, and that's when we did it. That was the demo. So we're gonna go with line goes up. After accepting the job in Crimer, I'm given an address, the basement of a disused and partially collapsed industrial building. Nothing shocking there. Masks usually hole up in abandoned spaces, just like me. Picking my way through the remains of the structure, I prepare to enter the lair of mad science. Which, honestly, isn't all that mad. It's about as good as a zero-budget scientist can cobble together. He's made an effort at cleaning, but there's only so much one person can do by themselves, and the equipment all looks decently maintained. The whole place reminds me of my own apartment. Make can do with what you've got. Hey, Isaac, you in? I'm here and ready to crime it up. But the good doctor is distracted by a tiny Bluetooth earpiece and phone in hand. What the hell, Robbie? We had an agreement. We can do a double-blind review. They don't need to know who wrote the paper. Just said, oh, come on. My writing style isn't that obvious. Who's gonna know? Blacklisted? I'm blacklisted from scientific review journals? Who gets blacklisted from some boring quarterly? You know damn well that whole incident was faked. I didn't plagiarize anything. That's not who I am. Robbie, look, I need this. Peer review of publication is the only way to legitimize my research. I can't get grants until I get my foot back in the door. Robbie, man, you gotta do this for me. Lives are at stake. Well, fork you then. I don't need you. I can do this myself. I'm Dr. Fork and Mayhem, and you'll rue the day you cross me. And he spikes his expensive smartphone straight into the concrete floor. Fork. What's up, Doc? So I have mixed reactions to that line because number one, of course, Bugs Bunny. But number two, there's a movie, I think it's called What's Up, Doc, with, forget who it stars, but I've caught the end of the movie and it's hilarious. So I think of Bugs Bunny and I think of that movie. It's very different. And the movie is supposed to be a comedy. He finally turns to face me, sighing in disappointment. Just digging my grave a bit deeper, I guess, and using phrases like rue the day. And now I need to buy a new phone. You're unmasked. You don't buy a phone, you steal a phone. Yeah, but I've got a really good data plan with movie streaming services included. I can't steal the airwaves. Sure you can. My partner Gibson cooks you up a burner and a SIM card and you're good to go. Gibson's the talking cat I mentioned in my Crimer profile. He's an ultra hacker. He can hook you up. I'm still trying to get back to my real life, Penny. That means having a legit phone number from which to plead my case. But considering Plan A just collapsed on me, I guess I'm stuck with Plan B. I'm Plan B, aren't I? Yeah, sorry. I was hoping I could avoid it by getting my work published and officially recognized. A road back home. But that's not looking likely, and well, that means I'm screwed. This isn't what I wanted for my life, and I'm trying to get out from under it. But I don't know how. Isaac's still thinking like a civvy. There are options he hasn't considered, right? Why not just self-publish his findings online to help the establishment? Surely there's some kind of mass-based medical journal he could work with instead? Does he have any trustworthy allies from his old civvy life that he could tap for help? Let's go with this one. Okay, so this Robbie guy isn't in your corner, but you haven't burned every bridge, right? I'm sure there's some from your old life who don't care that you've gone outlaw. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm still on good terms with my family. They believe that the charges against me are fabricated. And a few friends in the scientific community are on my side. I can't admit it publicly. That's the problem. I can continue my work, but without restoring my reputation, I can't get grant money, and I can't really go wide with my findings. At least you know there are people waiting to welcome you back once you sort your problems out. There's that, yeah. Some hope. Not much, but some. Until I can sort this mess out, I guess it's back to work. What are you working on anyway? Nerdy medical stuff. A unique take on how to cure cancer. The specifics are probably not your thing. Hey, try me. How's it all work? Well, what I'm trying to prove right now is that science. Uh-huh. Science. Right. Science. Science, 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 science. Okay. But that's just a bare bones, high level overview. Really, it's a matter of science, 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 science. Are you following any of this at all? There's a, I guess you call it a meme, but like someone took screen caps from a scene in Voyager when the first scene where Janeway and B'Elanna Torres really start working together as a team. And basically the captions are just all them just saying science back and forth. Because that's really what it is that they're saying in the show, is they're basically working together to figure out a scientific approach to their situation and how to resolve it. Nah, not a word of it, but you're clearly passionate about it, so that's cool. I guess it's my jam, yeah. I genuinely enjoy problem solving when I can solve a problem instead of beating my head against a wall. But enough about me and my problems. We've got master shirt to do. You sure you want to do master shirt at all? I mean, if your rep's really important to you. I know, it's a gosh darn tug of war. I want to pull one way, but I get nothing, so I gotta pull the other way. But if I pick the right capers to pull, it'll get me some rep within the mass community without completely bringing me elsewhere. And I think working with you is the key, because your rep is Queen. Queen? I'm on an FBI wanted list, Isaac. For petty theft, sure. The occasional high-profile heist, but nothing violent, nothing that genuinely makes the world a worse place. And what happened to your mother? That's a gosh darn shame. That's not right. A corporate lab going that far to protect trade secrets? No, that's not the world I want, and neither do you. So I think it's appropriate for us to help each other. You know about that, huh? Yeah, and you have my sympathies, Penny. I did my research after the Crimer event. Of all the potential henches I talked to, you're the only one I feel comfortable working with. Well, sure, that's validating as hell. Feels good to hear. Talk's a good game, but there's doing your homework and there's cyber stalking. This feels shifty. He's definitely the kind of man who'd stand up against Continuum, a good man to work with. We should warn him, even harmless crimes can pull him into this world deeper than expected. This one. Yeah, I really, really hate having a tragic backstory. It's not cool and edgy like the capes make it look. Definitely. Losing your mom and dad doesn't mean you get a level 1 badass. It's just losing your mom and dad. It sucks. If you're the sort of person who's stand against that kind of corporate science, I'm ready and willing to help. Absolutely. Scientific innovation should be available to all, not hidden behind walls of secrecy and exclusion. Cures and treatments should be readily available, not exclusively sold to those who can afford to live. Insulin should be free, for example. The person who invented insulin, who came up with it, they sold it for cheap because it was so crucial to the survival of so many people, and the health industry has turned it really super expensive. But I do have one concern. Are you looking for revenge on Continuum? No. I considered it, believe me. It's a standard mass play, right? Someone does you wrong, you strike back to protect your rep. But it wouldn't bring my parents back. All it'll do is turn me into one of those angst-riddled shirt lords going full Ahab. I have never read Moby Dick, but I know enough about it to understand the reference. I'm not gunning for Continuum. I won't lift a finger to help them and thwart Captain Infinity, but I'm not chasing a vendetta. Good. As much as I want to see companies like Continuum burn, we need to uplift humanity first and foremost. Rest assured, the burning will come after that. Speaking of crime, let's get to work. You saw the deets and Crimer of what I'm looking for. Yep, walk me through the fine points and we'll get started. Line goes up, mission briefing. I love the text flying in and then out. If I'm going to cure cancer using gene therapy, I need to run simulations first. Lots and lots of simulations. The kind of computing hardware needed to do that isn't cheap, and with no major lab backing my efforts, I gotta roll my own. Fortunately, I know where we can steal a bunch of math crunching hardware. It's arguably a societal good to do it, too. You're gonna swipe computing gear from cryptocurrency miners. Sure thing. One question. What's cryptocurrency? How do you not know about this? It was the hottest tech trend of the last decade. Look, Gibson does the computer stuff, so I don't gotta. I'm the one who sneaks around and picks locks and stuff while he does the cat in the chair tech support. I mean, I've vaguely heard of cryptocurrency. It's like money, right? Except it's digital and stuff. Crypto, an extremely terrible idea which should never have become a thing in the first place, are synonyms. It requires piles and piles of computer hardware and enough electricity for an entire nation state to dredge up imaginary money. Crypto is basically rolling coal for nerds. Now, the facility I'm thinking of hijacking does other stuff too. They're smart enough not to go all crypto all the time. But they're still scumlords, and I'm perfectly fine with stealing from scumlords. We're going to put their hardware to better use, genetic folding simulations for my cancer research. Steal a bunch of computers. Got it. You could have just said that in the first place. I wanted you to understand why we're stealing from these particular buttholes, though. Dude, you're a mask. You don't need a convoluted justification for why a crime is okay, actually. It's not my life's ambition to go full throttle mask, remember? I want to do some good, or close enough to good at any rate. Would you rather I have stolen computers from orphans and shit? Okay, I get it. Hang on, have you seen this caper already? Do you want to skip this one? Offer still stands. Let's play this out. Right, okay, where were we? I'm going to need to bring Gibson in on this, I think. He knows more about computers than I ever could. You good with my cat buddy taking point on operations? No problems here. Okay, Gibson, do you copy? We need your feline mojo right now. Loud and clear on comms, so we're stealing some miners? Great. Really? I don't normally do kidnapping, and wouldn't we have to go deep into a mine to drag them out? His face. Miners is what you call the individual computer cores that do cryptocurrency calculations, Penny. Well, that's just confusing. Why not simply call them computers instead? I didn't name the things. He's hissing. Okay, look, I know a few things about how server farms are laid out and a few ideas for how we could attack this. But I need eyes and ears inside the place first, scout it out properly before I can finalize a plan. So we're a standard process then. Yeah, but we can't just fake your employment there and have you waltz all around. These guys are traditionally pretty paranoid. For cover stories, I can think of two that'll work. A reporter or an investor, and I can fake your credentials for either. He's blapping. He's a blapping. So cute. So, do you want to go in asking questions for an interview or promising rewards if they let you in on their secrets? Corner cover would let me ask some really probing questions to put him on the defensive, and defensiveness reveals weaknesses. An investor would get a deeper, more private look at operations, and I could play it as clueless and rich to keep their guard down. Which way do I want to go? I've done the investors. Let's go with the reporter. Make them really close as reporters so they feel the need to defend their practices. It's riskier, but since when have I cared about risk? This will get me everything I need. Oh, wait a minute. Let's go back. They're both flipping. Let's go with reporter. Just kidding, reporting for a local 58 news. Okay, I'll make the arrangements and you'll be ready to go tomorrow. You two can take it from here. I've got software to set up for genetic folding simulations anyway. Good luck in there. Flipping my way through this is going to take work. Usually I have at least some understanding of the role I'm playing. But I trust Gibson to help me through, and I trust you to get me out of a jam. If there's one lesson I've learned well from my mother, teamwork makes the dream work. After Gibson spends the day faking my credentials, I arrange a ride to the Mega Meta Money Mining Facility, which is, kind of enormous? Like, ridiculously so, considering it's just a bunch of computers in a box. It's a gigantic building, complete with smokestacks and weird metal tubing and all sorts of crap sticking out of it. Panda Bear to Fancy Feast, come in, over. Reading you loud and clear, Panda Bear. Okay, so the fort gets this place. It's massive. I was figuring we were going to visit with some dude in an apartment with a couple desktop PCs or something. The mining facility has thousands and thousands of computers in it, Penny. They take up space. This one's built into a previously abandoned chemical plant. Meta Money bought the place cheap and renovated it. Offices, control rooms, and huge open spaces to run thousands of computers in. All sorts of stuff. Great, techie junk I know next to nothing about. Don't worry, just stick to the talking points I gave you and act like a concerned citizen. Then nod your head at whatever they say. Go on the attack, keep them on the defense, but not so much that they shut me out completely. Okay, I know this routine. Exactly, and if I need any specific intel for the heist, I'll post you on comms. You and I, the perfect team. Let's do this. Hey, this background looks familiar. Line goes up, casing the joint. I'm not going to be able to just wander freely all over the place this time. I've got a guided tour and interview arranged instead. So, successfully scouting this place is going to come down to asking the right questions and making the right observations. And that's also where you come in. I want your input as we go along to help guide the flow of conversation. You're a part of the team too. I'm escorted through the waiting area by what's clearly a rent-a-cop on a service contract. Sneaking past him tonight shouldn't be difficult. And soon I'm face to face with the facility's owner. I remember this particular tech pro from the yard auction caper. He's got a lot of bluster, but when pushed, a cool and detached sense of apathy. Yep, Basler. So detached he's completely oblivious to the fact that this isn't the first time we've met. My change of costuming probably helps too. Yep, last time we met, I was wearing a really nice outfit. You'd be surprised how this trick works. Put on a pair of glasses. Probably not. I have people who answer the phone for me. I don't have a phone. You don't have a phone in this day and age? A featureless obelisk of strange. My side. But I'm just too busy to deal with something as archaic and ancient as a phone call. So it simply doesn't do those. So, not a phone. I have an overseas call center and intercept all my calls, sort them in terms of priority, and then, oh, this is the best. Email. So, no, social network I bought to communicate with me. It cost $44 billion, but after I booted out every single person who ever said anything mean about me, it was well worth the price. I wonder why that sounds familiar. Now it's a single. I am the user. I'm the only one who gets the voice. I renamed the site Basler. Hype, right? Right. Very hype. So they explained to you on Basler what I'm looking for? Got some concerns about my work, right? No problem, no problem. I've got with it. We can sort this out. Correct. I'd like to take some time to see more of your facility. There have been troubling questions raised about it. But I feel that it's important to get all sides of the story out there. I'd love to have Meta Money's perspective. So I can have that tour then? An excellent idea, yes. No, I'm saying, that's what the company's called. You sort of hum the name. Meta Money is just what we put on the paperwork. I see. Well, can I tour then? Absolutely. Let's walk and talk. And 2 guards want to step to escort us. Damn. No chance of slipping away now. Probably won't be able to go to the bathroom without someone following me at this rate. This is all going to come down to social engineering. I need to keep him excited and engaged if he's going to offer up information. So, cryptocurrency. Tell me more about that, because I was under the impression most of it had crashed in value. Buy the dip and hold. Always buy the dip. Sure, we lost some value. That's because the paper hand wannabes got out. The true visionaries like myself, we never left. We're still here. Crypto's coming back, and I'm doing my part to push it to the moon. Another year or two and we'll be back to the highs we reached before. We'll be the official currency of entire nations. Just wait and see. So you have faith then? Not in God, if that's what you mean. God is dead. Crypto is king. But the facility isn't all crypto money. It scales and flexes to meet the needs of the ever-shifting tech market. When coins are low, processors for uptime and profit. No questions asked. And I don't care what the system gets used for as long as I'm getting paid. Facial recognition, deep fakes, surveillance, whatever, it's all good. Encrypted to ensure anonymity and yikes. If my boss were wealthy, maybe we could just rent some servers and call it a day. But I think theft is the only cheap option we've got. Set that theft up. I need some actionable intel. Gotta keep buttering him up. What else should we take on? Ask about the inspiration between and his dreams of the future. Be super impressed by the correct security forces he has. Get him bragging about how much money this place makes for him. Feed his ego. Let's go with his ego. How much did Gibbs say this place makes again? And you really produce $100,000 in cryptocurrency every day here? That's impressive. It's hype, yeah, but I could be making more. This place can't run at full capacity yet. Too many regulations and restrictions getting in the way of using technology to the fullest. Right, Local 58 News has heard from several citizen petition groups about your power consumption. Short-sighted. They don't see the potential tech has to revolutionize everything, even the idea of revolutions. I mean, I've always used tech for purposes it wasn't designed for. I put 58008 into my calculators to spell boobs. So you're into boobs? No. The point is doing unexpected things with tech. When you write 58008, you're encrypting text with numbers. Other kids use it for homework while I was thinking, how do I make money with numbers and encryption? And the solution? Take a bunch of gamer video cards, turn them into money burners instead. I'm a genius. I mean, that whole calculator thing with spelling boobs, that's not new. That's not revolutionary, my dude. That's just you being a horn dog. Okay, so he likes to talk. Good for me. Although I need him both excited and directed at delivering what I need to know. So wrap with me a bit. What's the focus of your news story? What's got your panties in a twist, anyway? Oh, I'm citing the environmental impact of your power usage. 0. We have no impact because we're using municipal power. Yeah, definitely. That's probably, spelling boobs with the calculator has probably been a thing since calculators were invented. I mean, not our fault they're fed by a coal plant, yeah? I don't care how the power gets made, honestly. That's not on us. We're connected to 3 different city power grids using the same power anyone else could be using. Right, one of which is a free taxpayer-funded power grid intended for use by low-income communities. And you're draining it to the point of causing rolling brownouts. When I was in high school, we had a couple brownouts, but I don't think it was because of something like this, because this was back in the 90s. If they don't want us using their power, they shouldn't make it free. No law against what we're doing. You gotta understand, freedom is what makes our country great. Freedom to innovate, freedom to expand, freedom to consume. All I'm doing is living out the American dream. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Know what I'm saying? Dream, player, got it. Take notes on a little notepad to keep my reporter stick going. And what would you say to critics who believe your campaign contributions are the reason why you have unlimited access to local power? I'd say get your own lobbyists if you're so salty about it. It's a free country. Go make some money like I did and buy your own Lambos. On our tour of the facility, which is a huge double door which security guards bypass using a key card. Note to self, find different access route or steal a key card. And the inside is, gosh darn, this is like walking into an oven inside a jet engine. Thousands and thousands of computers, all in racks, all with their own noisy cooling fans. Hot air flowing through it all as industrial grade AC tries to keep it from overheating. This is one of 3 wings in the building devoted to mining. These computers crank 24/7, minting crypto. Once any part of the rig burns out, we just replace it. Constant uptime, constant, perpetual, unending profit. We practically need to shout at each other to be heard, draping all our speech in heavy exclamation points. How about I just mentally filter this noise out for you? I'll try to focus on that. Wow, this has to be expensive. Nah, I use smart agent software to automatically scoop hardware off manufacturer websites before anyone else can get it. Everyone using them for something foreign like playing video games is stuck with scalper markup, but not me. I'm being smart. So that's directly aimed at people playing the game. My software buys up new supply in less than a second of being available at retail cost. Doesn't it take a lot of work for you to constantly install new computers? Nope, I don't do a lick of work. Work is for other people, not Sir Basler. I contract out minimum wage technicians to do that for me every night. The software automatically determines when a miner is close to burning out, orders a replacement, and arranges for it to be replaced. So it's all AI control. Yeah, my own software, proprietary and state-of-the-art. I hear a contented, pleased little purr over my comms. Clearly, Gibson is thrilled to hear that. One point of failure to take control of. Minimum wage contractors? That's a potential inroad. Let's find out more. Let's find out more about this AI he developed. Get some details. Where is it all controlled from? Maybe there's a control room or a server farm we can gain access to. The contractors. It's good to hear you're employing local workers in your business, so they handle replacing dead hardware? Think Penny works even on what's built into a CPU made for a long time? I don't quite get what you're saying, James. Under strict supervision by security, yes. Graphics card, yeah. Yeah, this, my computer is not very new anymore. I'm lucky Baldur's Gate works on it at all at this point. But I don't have the money to buy a new computer. Escorted in to pull flagged miners out of the racks and refill with new units. Simple enough to do. So I can't just waltz in and steal hardware, but if security waves me in as part of a workforce. So security forces work as management too? Nah, they're just making sure nothing gets stolen. Why trust some pathetic wage drone? We can't find better work than this. Possibly an inroad, but I need an indirect style plan. Stealing miners while at gunpoint isn't happening. Hey, can we get out of here? My throat is starting to hurt from all the yelling. You got it. And as nice as it'd be to hang around examining the mining equipment in detail, my ears are practically bleeding and I gotta get to safe haven. Fancy feast, you get enough? I've got some ideas, but keep them talking a bit longer. Maybe you'll reveal more. The tour leads us past similar mining rooms, thankfully not exposing ourselves to oven-like heat and airport-like noise. Until we arrive at Sir Basler's private office, which is very task-focused. Thanks to monitors and systems sound isolated from the factory floor. He grins as he flips a monitor around, revealing a minibar just for his own use. Hey, want some Coke? I'm assuming you mean soda? Oh, definitely. I mean, cocaine is so 80s. It's all about nootropics and enriched liquid meal replacements now. First on a 5600 by 6800 about 2 years ago. Well, my computer monitor is fairly new. It's fairly recent, but the computer itself, that's... I forget when exactly I bought it. 5 years ago, maybe more? With energy drink in hand, he takes his Nano phone and docks it in a cradle, lighting up several monitors with live performance charts. After making some cursory checks to ensure the facility is still ticking along, he turns back to resume our chat. So, have I addressed all your little worries and concerns? Everything I'm doing is straight up legal and forward thinking. I'm contributing to the local economy and living the dream. They should be thanking me for bringing my tech to this redneck county. I have just one more question, Mr. Basler. Sir Basler. So I have a good overview of your operations for my article, converting electricity into cryptocurrency. Very normal, very standard stuff. Where's the innovation? Excuse me? You have to make your target a little angry. It's how you provoke a reaction. This facility isn't unlike other crypto mining facilities across the world. More automated, more efficient, but still the same pattern. You're even shoring up against tips by renting your farm out for other purposes. I'd say it's clever, but that's also pretty standard now. It might help soothe public concern if they knew that you had innovations yet to come, ones that are more future forward. Oh ho, you want the secret sauce, huh? This is all pretty bland, yeah. I want the spice. The spice must flow. Well, okay, only because you and we've got this bond. We've got this understanding. It's not minting one single type of coin. We mint everything. And notably, we mint new coins we generate ourselves. The AI that I've developed automatically generates new blockchains, new types of coins, hypes them up through sponsored deals, sock puppets, spoofed accounts, pushes them right to the moon. And then cashes it all out. Everyone else has the rug pulled out from under them, but who cares? It's all automated. We algorithmically generate cool coins and NFT projects based on trending topics and automatically close them out. And if there's one resource this world has more than enough of, one resource ripe for the harvesting, it's gullibility. And that's the real money. Pump it up, get everyone hyped, then dump it. And this is good that you're swindling so many people? A swindle or smart business investment? I say it's the latter. It's a swindle. Everything legal is good. That's how the law works. What I do is all above board. There isn't a secret sauce, just the sauce. It's not my fault if others jump in on my coins. I'm allowed to cash out when I want. So could they, if they're smart enough. The beauty of crypto is that it's completely unregulated and unrestricted. Everything is valid. Nothing is forbidden. Imagine a future where money isn't money. It's a fully end-to-end control chain of absolute power. Like, more than it already is. Everybody wins, well, except for the suckers. But who cares, right? It's their own fault for not seeing the bigger picture. I really do not see how this is supposed to ease the concerns of the local community. Hey, if they don't recognize a good idea when they see it, that's not my problem. Besides, their opinion is irrelevant. The law's on my side. I'm the good guy. I'm a superhero of the financial sector. What fun is it to rage against a machine that can never be shut down? Nah, I say get hyped, get on board, or just get on with your life. That's all I've got business to attend to. You can go now. Thanks for popping by. As if to emphasize his point, the guards stand at the ready to escort me from the facility. I thank you for your time, Mr. Basler. Sir Basler, get that right, or I'll pull some strings and you'll be doing traffic reporting for the rest of your career. I don't know much about cryptocurrency, but if that was cryptocurrency, the man, I think I'm pretty solidly against it. Yeah, can I punch him? I really want to punch him. I depart from the facility back to my rideshare, but it won't be the last time I visit this place. Because next time, I'm gonna steal it. That night, what a perfect butthole. He's found the ideal spot for his operation, right on the nexus of wax legislation and exploitable resources. And the poor community's dealing with brownouts because of his power-hungry facility? Fork them, apparently. You can see now why I wanted to pilfer his hoard, right? Yeah, you know I said you're a mask and shouldn't care who you're stealing from? Fork that and fork this dude. And the suck of it is that capes can't stop him. He's not lying. Everything he's doing is perfectly legal. Which leaves the job to us. Take him out and profit from the process. I like it. That's some high quality master. Do something that benefits others and yourself. Best of both worlds. And to make your dream reality, let me present your true henchman of the day, Gibson Shadow Lord Hellclaw Larceny. All hail Shadow Lord Hellclaw and his feline power. You're damn right. I've come up with not one, not two, but 3 possible plans to pick from. Underneath all this fluff and fur is the mind of a genius. I will now reveal the plan. Behold my genius. Behold it, I say. And behold my amazing chalkboard art talent as I illustrate his plan. No, we're using my virtual whiteboard software instead. My planning session, my rules. Aww. Line goes up, planning the job. There's 3 good avenues to getting what you want. Advanced computing power, courtesy of meta money. It's pronounced the face. I am not pronouncing it that way. It just came out as a purr anyway. Plan 1, scam the scammers. We hijack his systems to mint new coins for our purposes. Okay, I'll buy. How? We steal the key and unlock the loot. The key meaning his not a phone and the lock being his control room. I noticed he docked his phone after showing off his monitoring stations. A physical connection, not wireless. Meaning we'll need access to both, right? That's a big assumption. I think it's a reasonable assumption. He's clearly a control freak, so he has to be able to wrangle the whole thing himself. And we can exploit that to turn it against itself. It'll make coins for us. Other crypto bros hop in on the fake coin, his systems pump it and dump it, then we take all the money. We can even use his own systems to order a whole pile of hardware for our purposes. We're gonna build a wall of computers and Bowser's gonna pay for it. Oh man, that's gonna pay off a lot of crypto fanatics. I'm down for that. Let's do it. Hang on, I've got 2 more candidates. Plan 2, burn it down. Again, we secure the phone and the control room, but then we false flag a bunch of his hardware and it's dying and in need of replacement. Penny sneaks in with the work crews to ensure the right units get pulled and dumped in the trash. Then we steal their dumpsters. Right, he mentioned he has contractors who handle swapping out hardware, while under heavy guard. But if the hardware is flagged for removal, the guards can't object. You'd just be doing your job. Not your fault the flags are false. I sneak you in as an employee, you dump the hardware, and we take out the garbage. Stealing a whole ass dumpster is kind of an obvious move. Which is why I'll also shut down the environmental controls. No more cooling. Every remaining miner overheats and dies. Mega meta money goes boom. How's that work as a distraction? Enough to make off with a dumpster full of working hardware? That's a spectacular amount of e-waste in the aftermath, but it's a good outcome aside from that. It's also my last option. Plan 3. Hijack the system. This one's quieter, simpler. What you want is a large amount of computing power, right? We don't need to remove the gear from its network, just connect you to it over the internet. Run your code from the cloud. Fast is smart enough to not to be a 100% crypto facility, not when bubbles can pop. It's also a general cloud processing server. We simply run your code using his cloud, and Bowser never finds out we're using his facility as a timeshare. Honestly, it'd be nice to have someone else pay for electricity. Running a dozen computers in this basement is pricey. I'm iffy on using the same loopholes he's using, but if it aids in my research, I don't know. Maybe. It's also the quietest of the plans. Sneaky, stealthy, good if you want to maintain a low profile. I would like to avoid anything splashy, okay. This is wrecking my throat. Wow, this is a lot of magic wave poof hacker shark. Can you seriously do this, Gibson? It sounds very vague and unrealistic, like a security expert could point out a lot of logical holes here. Penny, we live in a world where caped heroes fight masked villains and your boss is a mad scientist. And I am a talking cat. Realism went so far out the window that it broke Earth orbit and is headed to Mars. Okay, point taken. Now, all these plans hinge on two things, getting the not a phone and getting into the facility. To do that, Penny's gonna have to do some breaking and entering and sneaking about. No problem, gives the tech master, but I'm the master thief. I can do that. Okay, so, boss, which plan do you prefer? Hell if I know which to do. Any of them are okay for my needs, so go with what you think is best. Penny, any opinions here? I'd say, scam the scammers with fake coins, make them pay for our hardware, burn it down, loot their hoard, and then melt the place. Hijack the system, we keep this quiet and avoid attention. So this is what I did last time. Let's go with this one. Let's scam the scammers. We are taking every last one of them for a ride. Get everyone to invest in our own coin and use it to buy oodles of stuff. Is it even stealing when they voluntarily give you everything you want? Close enough to be fun, at least. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, I'll get my genetic holding simulations ready to go. By the end of the night, I'll have taken a huge step forward in my research. Thanks for all your help, Gibson. I'm glad we have a chance to work together directly like this. You're a pretty cool human, Doc. Happy to help. Line goes up, the heist. Step 1, steal a phone that doesn't make phone calls. Bachelor lives in a McMansion a few miles away from his facility. Bachelor in a 12-bedroom home. Yep, that makes sense. For real. I look in the bushes outside his quiet, 95% unoccupied home. It's a peaceful little moment before the mayhem. You know what? This feels right. You handling tech, me handling theft? I mean, it's how my mother and father worked. She did the physical work, he provided technological expertise. Considering you couldn't figure out how to open a PDF on your phone last week, probably for the fast time your tech. Hey now, I figured it out in the end. Now I open all kinds of PCDs or PFQs or whatever. My point is that I'm happy you're taking part in fighting here, not just because I suck with computers, but because this works. Partners who bring our own skills to the table, just like my parents did. And I'm proud to work with you, Gib. You're no sidekick or mascot or even an annoying older brother. You're my respected partner. Aw, thanks, Penny. I really appreciate the vote of confidence. I haven't forgotten you either. You're my partner too. It's like 3 equal pieces of the pie. Of the pizza pie. Pizza. That's what I had for dinner last night. Pizza is so good. So how do we bust into his house? Here's where my skills come into play. Get comfy in there and we're going up. Gibson ducks down into my backpack, sealing the flap shut and cushioning himself with all the padding I've put in there. Let's see, giant mansion with so many unoccupied rooms, each of them only existing to pad out the house-sized bragging rights. So many entry points I can barely contain myself trying to choose. Slipping in through the garage, head up to the rooftop, slip in through the kitchen. I did the kitchen, so let's go with the rooftop. Oldie but goodie, nobody thinks to look up. Mom's old grapple gun gets the job done, hooking onto the roof and pulling me up. Whee! I love the little portrait zooming up out of frame. The house is 3 stories tall, and it looks like most of the upper floor is unused. Perfect for a stealthy entry. Whoops. I locate a window that's unlatched, slip in. And inside is a weird game room. What are these things? Looks like funny wooden stands with TVs and joysticks. The Larceny Trinity, yes. Penny, Gibson, and Penny's head voice. They're arcade games. How do you not know this? You play video games now and then. I knew it was arcade games. Video games come from the internet and go into the magic box under the television. Why is it that I'm way younger than you, but I know what a video arcade is and you don't? Why would I know anything about this stuff? I didn't grow up rich and surrounded by antiques. Antiques? These are not. Okay, some of them are 4 decades old, but let's just move on. We've got a phone to steal. Right. Sneaking through the rest of the house is easy peasy lemon squeezy. Not much security to speak of. Saunter on up to his bedroom in super stealthy mode. A tiny bit of oil on his doorknob will ensure no squeaks when I open it. Aw, that's almost cute. Sir Basil fell asleep at his desk, still in his day clothes. And he's snoring. Just letting the snoring sound for a moment. Is the little tech bro working too hard? Does he need a nap and a blankie and some warm milk? So cute, so innocent. I guess we'll just have to settle for a nice cozy stealing his stuff. Of course, don't literally take the phone. He's clutching it with a vice-like grip anyway, so that's not in the cards. Yes, Arcaders are to restrain Naomi right now. Yes, Naomi will be so mad about Penny not knowing a thing about arcades. Or arcade games. He said, I think we plug into it using a wire leading to Gibson's visor, and we clone his phone. And if he tries to use it to reestablish control over systems, well, for some reason he'll have connection problems. Since he'll wake up with his phone intact and seemingly unchanged, by the time he figures it out, we'll be long gone. Neat trick, right? 10 out of 10 for style. All Gibson's idea, of course. I stand there in absolute silence as Gibbs slurps up all of Dazzler's data, and when I feel a wiggle in my backpack indicating he's done, I disconnect. Nighty-night, my dude. When you wake up, we'll be long gone and you'll have dozens of speculative investors peed off at you. I think I can safely exit the way I came in. This is going great. Nothing's gonna stop me now. Hey, we are live on the scene ready to dish out some streamer justice on the baddies. Clout, kickbook influencer. It's your boy Clout, and he's here to kick yo ass. And if you enjoy this heroic beatdown, be sure to like, share, subscribe, and punch that bell. What? Oh good, it's Clout. Just what I needed right now. With 10,000 strong in the chat, we are here to show you that justice is best served with style and showmanship. We are live on Capebook and ready to fight. Be sure to leave a comment below the video if you enjoyed tonight's heroism. But before we haul you off to jail, just want to shout out to our sponsor, Continuos. Start your breakfast off right with Continuos. Hashtag sponsored, hashtag ad, hashtag justice. Use coupon code CLOUT20 for 20% off your first order. Yes, young boy Clout. Yeah, pretty much the same windbag I met before. Not surprised in the slightest. Okay, so are we actually doing the hero thing tonight, or are you just... Oh yeah, Dog Lord coming in with that 5 gift sub bomb. Chat, you know what we do for gift subs. Get hype. And he starts dancing. I think that's one of those fork knife dancers or something. You know, if you're busy, it can just go. It's no problem. Oh, no. I'm gonna serve you justice. Justice is maximum esports poggers. To be clear, exactly how are we doing that? Martial arts, high-powered weaponry, laser eyes, organic worldwide web shooters, or... I have the most powerful superpower of them all. A toxic chat community. Immediately the chat starts mocking me, saying generally hurtful and harassing things I will not be repeating here. Hey, that's really not nice of you. I'm extremely uncomfortable right now. My fans are also on Crimer. We're gonna flood your feed with harassment until you give up your criminal ways. You can't stop our justice. Oh my gosh, I got a bot. Wow. There we go. They're gone. We'll debate you in the marketplace of ideas until you surrender and turn yourself in. So is that how you knew I'd be here? Insider dirt from Crimer? No, I got an anonymous tip on Capebook. What? How would someone Capebook know I was here right now? You have no right to harass Sir Bassler. The man is a futurist. He's a visionary, crafting a new decentralized economy. Right? Just as Clout shows up, I get a bot offering me a chance to be promoted. elsewhere. And it's like, no, whatever you're doing is not what I'm up for, and it's probably completely not legit. Well, maybe it is legit, because if it's legal, it's fine. But yeah, no, I'm not falling for it. Freedom from oppressive government regulation. Freedom from social control. The digital revolution has begun and you can't stop it. Okay, I don't have time to play with some influencer hero wannabe. I need to extract myself from this situation and fast. Any ideas for dealing with this? Get Gibson to do some hacker stuff and shut down his Wi-Fi access. Play some copyrighted music that gets his stream taken down. Steal his spotlight, aims it to promote your own social media presence. Hacker stuff. Yeah, no, I don't want any part of this fancy piece. Take him out. I stand there looking all confident and stuff while nothing happens. I can't block his signal. Dutch Rotifice is routed through 7 proxies. Damn right, all thanks to my sponsor, Streamer. When you need the cutting edge in networking and VPN software, try Streamer. Oh, well, I know one weird trick that can break through any network encryption. Oh, and what's that? I spin kick the thing, sending his drone flying into a wall where it's smashed to bits. Violence, it's super effective. Hey, that's cheating, no fair! The marketplace of ideas doesn't care about your feelings, bucko. Do you have any idea how expensive these things are? Geez, because one gig customer to another, that's a real dork move. You'll pay for that. And here we go, one big knockdown drag out fight, cape versus mask. What are you people doing in my house? Oh, right, I was trying to keep things quiet and sneak out, wasn't I? Whoa, check it out, chat. It's Sir Basler. Huge fan of yours, sir. I'm fighting this criminal trying to rob your home. Yeah, I was stealing, I got a nearby house plant. This fast. Yes, this fast looks really expensive. I'm stealing this vase. Not to worry, sir. I'll have this thing taken care of in a matter of... Get the fork out, both of you. But... House, call security. Okay, that's all the time we have for fighting crime today. If you enjoyed the stream, drop a follow with the bits and I am out of here. I'll just be leaving if that's cool with you. Ahem. The vase. Oh, sure, sorry, almost forgot. Set down the vase, let's pretend to steal, then book it the hell out of there. Not a clean getaway, but... At least he didn't try to keep you. Believe it or not, I'd call that a clean exit from the situation. Bowser thinks I'm a petty criminal, so he won't know I already swiped a copy of his phone and everything on it. And I got out of there without getting punched in the face by a cape or having to punch anyone in the face. It's win-win. I slip off into the night, hop a ride share back to the mining facility, and kick off part 2 of the plan. Did you know masks have their own crime-flavored rideshare app? It's true, for a few bucks, Getaway will get you the fork away from your current situation. Not that I can afford a gold-class getaway, the kind of driver who can evade a phalanx with police cars and escape a bank robbery clean, but even a bronze Getaway has a soundproof barrier between passengers and driver, giving me some privacy to work with Gibson on the road. I'll give this to Sir Basler, his not a phone is a hell of a thing. Guy's rich enough to basically make a single-user line of portable electronics to go with a single-user social network. But cracking this is going to take time. What would really help here would be the PIN number to get this thing unlocked and open. Maybe it's 58008. Boobs. He practically bragged about it, remember? Aha! Thanks, Mysterious Voice. He was telling us all about how he typed 58008 into a calculator to make boobs. That is ridiculous. It can't possibly be. His surprised face. Wait, it worked? It actually worked? I'm in. That's the power of social engineering, baby. And off on the job of remembering stuff to your mysterious head voice. Well, gosh, thanks, mysterious head voice. System's unlocked and I've got full bachelor access. So we'll have full access to his systems once we break into... Yep, we're all set. Let's sit back and enjoy the ride then. Want to play I Spy? Sure, I Spy with my little eye. Oh gosh, I remember those. And thus we return to the world's most useless pile of silicon known as which is not as tasty as it sounds. A getaway driver lets us off outside the building to complete tonight's main objective, hijacking the control center. That's the next step. Okay, I've got a complete structural layout of the building. Perfect, Pawning Bachelor. Check your phone for details. Sending now. Well, well, I see at least 5 approaches to the control center. Good work, Gib. So you can avoid the scary men with guns now? Child's play. Let's ride. With my talent and his resources, we scoot right on through the place like we own it. Or pawn it, I guess, if that's actually a word. Kind of makes me eager for more high-security facilities to be routed through poorly designed apps. Although without Kitchen, I'd be pretty screwed when that day comes. After slipping past a few guards and sneaking through some air ducts, we finally arrived at the nerve center of delightfully unoccupied. This is Bowser's private work zone. Why would he ever allow anyone else in, especially at this time of night, and without his supervision? Okay, connected up to the Not-a-Phone and primary control systems now, and we're in. Now, to use his own AI systems to launch our own coin. Question, how long is this gonna take? We only have maybe an hour or so before the guys with guns knows we're in here. Do you seriously catfish a bunch of speculative investors into buying your fake money and cash it all out before that? Relax, these jokers move at internet speed, wanting to buy in as early as possible to avoid missing out on a good thing. So what do we want to call our new crypto coin? Kitty coin, Omega Bucks, Barnums. Kitty coin. Let's call it Kitty coin in honor of the kitty who made it all possible. Ooh, I like it. Plus, the internet is 23% cast by volume, so it'll trend well. Okay, loading up Kitty Coin into the AI, forming the blockchain, warming up the miners, bots promoting it as the next big thing. It's working. We've already got early buy-in, probably from other crypto pros, using AI to scoop coins as soon as they hit the markets. Ah, fully automated luxury space capitalism. Love to see it. It's trickling down now that the automated systems have grabbed the first wave. Other investors could use a little encouragement. What would entice them? Sounds like a job for a social engineer. Can I draft up some language for the boss to use? Sure, go ahead. I'll use an AI chatbot to mix it up a bit and spread your words far and wide. What approach do we use? Promise them infinite wealth and riches and power. Extra kitty coin with every purchase of kitty coin. Bank hard on fear of missing out on this amazing deal. This one. Hurry, hurry, get in early. You don't want to miss the boat on this one. This train is going to the moon. Wait, is our crypto coin a boat, a train, or a moon? Yes. Tell them that if they don't buy kitty coin right away, they're going to miss their chance at being so wealthy they can buy their own private islands. Okay, let's see if that changes the numbers. Yes, we've got a surge of buyers. They're even telling each other to jump on kitty coin hard and fast. Okay, once we cross the line, we'll have enough coins to cash out and buy computer hardware for the boss. Almost there, almost there. Uh-oh, it's slowing down. What? But it was soaring just a second ago. How fast do these things change? Look at this comment thread. Don't fall for kitty coin. It's a rug pull. You can't trust anything coming out of... How many times has Basler made a coin just to dump it after talking it up? Stay strong, apes. We need reassurances and fast. Bribe them into going away and leaving you alone. Hurl a few accusations of conspiracy theory at the detractors. Claim that finding kitty coin is a strategy to improve their own coins. Let's go with this one. Clearly, these so-called critics are playing 5D chess to keep kitty coin from overtaking their favorite coins. Anyone falling for their schemes is playing right into their hands. Wake up, sheeple, don't be a pawn, get yourself some kitty coin. Good move. Nobody wants to feel like they're being manipulated, especially when they're being incredibly manipulated. And it's working. We're in the green. We've got enough to buy the hardware. Checkmate. Cash us out, Gib. Selling off our entire stock of kitty coin now. Numbers go up and down on the monitors, and the line for kitty coin, which had been sailing to the moon, finally crashes to Earth. We've got it, a fully packed wallet. I'm lining up Basler's systems to scoop up computer hardware and ship it directly to the boss now. It'll be there by morning. And I'm thinking we need to get the hell out of here before someone notices we just scammed the entire crypto scene. Won't get any arguments here. Let's bail. I got 5 stars! Yes! We slip out of the control room just as guards are converging on it, and no doubt Basler finally realizing his Not-a-Phone didn't work anymore. When he finally gets control over his systems, he'll realize someone just dragged his rep through the mud. And maybe the other crypto fans will finally get wise to him scamming them. Maybe. Who knows? Look at this data. Look at it. It's amazing. I've barely crunched for an hour and I'm already leagues ahead of where I was in my research. The results are promising. Great, so cancer is cured? Not yet, not for a long time. I have a lot of simulations to run, trials to design, and further research to do. Can't rush science, and thanks to your efforts, I'll have the resources to do this right. Thanks a bunch, Gibson, and to you, Penny. Woohoo! I got top billing. Well deserved. And now, a victory nap. And if I curl up on one of these desks, Doc? Mi casa, su casa. Go right ahead. Gib hops down, crosses the room like he owes the place, and curls up for a well-deserved rest. I think we're off to a good start. It's nice having a master to work with that understands my ambitions. Soon this world will realize the error it made in turning its back on me. Meaning world domination making fools pay for crossing you? Of course not. I meant, relax, dude. I know what you mean, and I'm good with doing good. So, can I expect more contracts from you on Crimer? Sure, works for me. I'm liking this guy. He's got a good head on his shoulders. I could see us making this a long-term thing. What do you think? Definitely a good friend to have, and we'll work well together. A nice smile doesn't make up for his bad prospects and anger issues. Now we're going with the friendly option. I'll be seeing you around then. Penny Larceny and Dr. Mayhem make a good team. Glad you agree. See you, Penny. Long day, long night, but a protective caper all in all. Can't wait to see what comes next. Rating, flawless, caper complete. Line goes up caper complete with a 5-star flawless rating. Do you want to save before continuing on to the third caper? Yes, please. Okay, so that's it for today. So as you can see, I have all the loot. There's the one for Bachelor. I assume that's supposed to be the not a phone. So, next week we'll be back doing the third caper for the Overmistress. So yeah, if you're enjoying these streams, please go and buy Penny Larceny Economy Supervillain. It's really fun and lots of replayability. I mean, I've been doing the capers. All of these capers are repeats, but I'm still finding new ways to do them. And just doing them in different orders will change some of the dialogue that you get. Like, in the shopping spree caper, when I did it as a second Overmistress caper, and she mentioned that someone mistook her exercise bike as a sex thing, and Penny was like, oops, sorry, but I saw someone else do the caper for the Overmistress as their first caper, and she said the same thing, but there was no special dialogue from Penny, so it's assumed that someone else she slept with made that assumption. So that's one tiny little change that happens just depending on what order you do the capers in. And of course, the veterinarian changes depending on whether you do the first caper with Dr. Mayhem or not. So that's another thing. Yeah. So once I finish this route, so it looks like it'll be 2 more streams, then I will find another game to live stream. I have a couple other visual novels in the offing, I guess you could say. So we'll see. So thank you everyone for joining me, and if you're watching this on YouTube, please like, share, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Please consider buying this if you don't have it already, and buying Arcade Spirits and Arcade Spirits The New Challengers if you don't have either of those already either. They're just as good. They take a little longer than Penny Larceny, but they're still good. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.